Hey there, fellow Chuckin' friends. It's Monday. Make It Monday, that is. What TV show was that? Hillbillies, that is, right? It's Make It Mondays, that is. That's what was going through my head there as I was saying that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Make It Monday. Hey there, fellow Chuckin' friends. It's Monday. It's Monday. It's Monday. Oh my goodness. You are all here like Johnny on the spot. Hello there, Debbie. Hey, Maddie. Hey, Terry. Hey, Jill. Welcome to our Chuckin' party. Okay, so we are going to talk chalk really quick, and then we're going to make something. So I'm going to do less talking and more chalking. But we have to talk first, right? Because tonight, our Make It Monday little bundles, for those of you who are new to our little party, first of all, please share my video. It helps me tremendously when you share my video. But we're going to talk about Make It Monday, because Make It Monday is where we make a project and we bundle it together and then you guys can make it. And I realized I'm kind of, like reinventing the wheel every week, because the company kind of does this already for us. It's these little things called chalk boxes. So we are going to talk about chalk boxes, and then we're going to make a project that's not a chalk box, because we've actually made all of the projects that are chalk boxes already. So rather than boring you, of course, it would never be boring, right? Chalking cannot possibly ever be boring. But rather than re-showing you a transfer we've already made, I'm going to actually make a retired transfer tonight that is one of my all-time favorites, near and dear to my heart. The first largest transfer I ever purchased, and it's super cool. I will apologize in advance. It is retired. You cannot get it. And I'm actually making it for an auction. But let's talk chalk boxes really quick. So chalk boxes are on the website, and what a chalk box is there's five different ones that you can purchase, and they have everything in them that you need, with the exception of a squeegee, because they really assume you have a squeegee already. But there's 5 of them, and they're all different price points. So I'm just going to quick run through them, and then we're going to make our project. The very first chalk box is the least expensive chalk box, and the transfer is Do Small Things with Great Love. It's $19.99. You get the transfer, you get 2 paste packets, and the surface that you get is the board and base, which is a really nice surface because you can go, it's really a very durable chalkboard. It's washable. It can go in either direction. You can chalk on both sides. It's a really nice surface. So that is the least expensive chalk box. The second one is Bonjour, and we've used Bonjour several times. We used it, I'm hoping you can see the shimmer. Let's not go down yet. But as you can see, we used it with a foil compound, and we foiled Bonjour. Actually, I am going to put you down so you can see it. But see how you can see it's hard with the angle. But in person, it's absolutely stunningly gorgeous, because we used a foil compound, and we pushed it through the silk screen, and then we foiled this. But you can use it in chalk. And in chalk, it comes with the Grayson board, which is a black and white chalkboard, a white frame black chalkboard, and it's $34.99. So it comes with the B-size transfer, the surface, and 2 paste colors. The third chalk box is, see, we've made all these already. Oops. You can't see what I'm doing. Oh, goodness gracious, Maria. The third chalk box is Harvest. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds you plant. This one also comes with a black and white chalkboard, 2 paste colors. Oh, okay, let's back up. The Bonjour one is $34.99. This one is $57.99, because this is a C-size transfer and a C-size chalkboard, so it's a big one. The fourth one is Marrakesh. We've made this one as well, but it's already hanging up on my wall, so I can't get it down. This is the really cool pattern. This one actually comes with ink, and it comes with a pillow, so that you can make this super cool pattern on a pillow. This one's $57.99 as well. You get this is a D-size transfer, so this is 18 inches by 18 inches. And then the last one is a brand new one that they just came out with. And that's the transfer we have been making, the This Is Us. And it's, again, a pillar board. It's really board and pedestal. It's the proper name. I call it board and pillar all the time. But it's this transfer, or this surface, and then the This Is Us. which we used several times last week. We used it with ink and we used it with chalk. So it's really a versatile transfer. That one is $34.99. Again, it's a B size transfer. That's why the bigger the transfer, the more expensive it is. You get the board and pillar and 2 paste colors. The reason I'm rambling about chalk boxes is if you are in the Making Maria VIP group, which of course you all are, right? Because why wouldn't you be? Because there's cool stuff in there. If you are not, you want to be in there because our Make It Monday bundle is going to be a little special something that you get added on to your little chalk box. So if you're not local, you can go right to the website. See, eventually the chipmunks get there. www.chalkcouture.com/MakeItMaria. There's a tab on the left-hand side that says chalk boxes. If you purchase a chalk box between now and next week, Monday, Make It Monday, then there's some fun goodies that will come your way in a toolkit. I think I can tell you what it is, which gives you the other things that you need to make the project. Just saying. I think I can say all that. I hope I can say all that. So that's what our little bundle is for Make It Monday today. And because we've made all 5 of these transfers, yeah, we've made all of them several times, we're gonna make something a little different tonight. So I wanna show you what I wanna make. And this is one of my all-time favorite transfers. And I think this is the one, I'm trying to decide between 2. There's this one that says, "You are my sun, my moon, and all my stars." This is a nice size one. Or it is this, let's get rid of this so you can see. This is a big one. This is an E size transfer. So the E size, let's stick it together. This is ginormous. So this is 16 by, oh, I should know this, right? I should know what E size is off the top of my head. 18. It's 16 by 20, no, it's 18 by 24. This is a ginormous transfer. And it's super, super cool. Hey, Linda, welcome to our chalk and party. Hey, Cheryl. Yes, you can order them directly from me just because I have them here. You can't technically order a chalk box from me because I can't order chalk boxes either. But I have all the stuff that's in the chalk boxes, so I can make you your own chalk box. If you want to order it directly from me because you're local, definitely. And then I can include the fun stuff. Or for those of you who are not local, you can go directly to the website, which one more time, thank you, Cheryl, for teeing me up so nice, is www, oh, you can't see me. Oh, goodness gracious. I am just a bundle today. www.chalkcouture.com/MakeItMaria. And you can see all of the products that we use, with the exception of this gorgeous farm. So this one, what this one says is farm to table. I realize you can't see the whole thing at once. That's how big it is. Farm to table and table to sole. I cut this transfer because this was actually cuttable. And it makes it much easier to make because you don't have to worry so much about drying chalk because this is a big transfer. I think this is the one we're going to make just because it is retired. And for auctions, I find that works kind of nice. This is a really big chalkboard I got from Michael's. I'm not a huge fan of this chalkboard. In fact, we're probably going to wax it just because I find I didn't really particularly care for the quality of these chalkboards. And they were expensive to me for the quality. But it's a nice chalkboard size-wise, and I like the black on black frame. So we're probably going to do, oh, sorry. I don't know how to make it so you can see more of it. Let's try that. Okay, so that kind of gives you a better view, with the exception of me in the corner, which I can edit where I go. What if I put me down there? That didn't do anything. There we go. Oh no, now I'm just now I'm just in the other corner. Sorry. It's not gonna seem to. What if I go down a little farther? Let's try that. Wow, it's better. So I think we're going to do it in white. So all that rambling I just did about chalk boxes and the special, I will put in the Making Maria VIP group so you can, you know, see it directly. I just didn't do it yet. Sorry. I will get it this evening. So this is a really cool transfer. This transfer I've done in some fun colors. I've done some really fun things with this little rooster guy where I've made him a hot mess with all kinds of bright, fun little things. I've done the bowl and the whisk in different colors, the spoon, which you can't see, in different colors. This is just one of those, I think, when it's done, this is a stunning transfer. So, let's get to chalking. Now, big transfer. Lots of potential for sticking. It does not say on the back of these transfers back because of its size and the way it's cut. It's kind of hard to, but you know what? Before I do that, I am going to put that on the back. This one says farm to table. What I like about the chalk boxes is for you guys, there's no thinking. It's already all just done for you. Hey, Aunt Josephine, welcome from California. We are making a fun, huge, huge chalkboard, Aunt Josephine, tonight for an auction. Ooh, don't do that, because I cannot replace this transfer. Don't do this, people. Shoot. Why do I always do this with you guys? I don't ever do this on my own. Shoot. Okay, so I'm gently pulling it apart. Gently. And trying not to get the other parts stuck together while I pull. Okay, I need water. Hang on. Shoot! The longer it sticks together, the less likelihood you have of getting it apart. This is why you don't do big transfers when you're distracted. Alright, we're going to try this. We're going to stick it in the water and gently pull apart and hope to not put holes in it. So I'm very slowly pulling. Are you all on the edges of your seat? Are you all holding your breath for me? Because you know how this is, right? And this transfer is retired. So I cannot replace it. And I don't have another one of it. Hey, Joe.
Hello.
Good night, Joe.
Night, love you.
Love you too. Sleep good.
I will. See you in the morning.
Yep. Oh, he's... Shoot, I just put a big hole in it. But if I put a hole in it and the hole is far enough away from the silk screen, then you just put painter's tape over the hole. Wait, that's not a hole, that's a letter. That is not a hole, that is the letter. I've only done this live one other time where I ruined the whole thing. So I'm very slowly pulling it apart. I know I can feel you all holding your breath for me. So thank you. It is coming apart. Okay. Whew. Well, now our transfer's all wet. Okay, so what you do next is you survey for damage. And the easiest way to survey for damage is you put it up to the light and you look for holes as I'm getting myself all wet. And I think we're safe. Woo! Whew. Okay. You can all breathe now. I can breathe now. Oh my goodness. You know, this is why people, you watch me, right? So that you can all learn. Don't do the things Maria does. Okay, so I'm moving my water bath. And I'm washing off my board because my board is all wet now. Okay, ladies, we can breathe. I love this transfer. I know, right, Terry? Woohoo! Now we need to dry our transfer. So we'll actually, what we'll probably do is we'll do the bottom half first. Because again, this guy is big. Now at the moment he's wet, so he's not as sticky. I know, Debbie, yay! You guys can all feel my pain. Those of you who own transfers feel my pain. So I'm just blotting it dry so that we can use it. This corner I got stuck back down again. I don't worry about the corners. The corners aren't a big deal because there's no silk screen there. I'm not going to chalk there. I mean, ideally you don't want it that way, but it's not going to hurt it. Okay, so again, I'm just blotting it dry, and I'm going to set it aside, and we'll do the bottom first so it gets another minute to dry. This is also dangerous, doing this air dry thing. I'm living on the edge, ladies. Okay, so I'm going to set it behind me so it can dry. Again, I'm going to wipe off my board. We're going to do the bottom first. Cheryl was so nervous for me. Thank you, Cheryl. I was nervous for me too. It's like the true confessions we talk about all the time, right? It's true confessions when you gotta like screw up in front of real people. So this half, we're gonna try a little more carefully to not do that with. And Debbie, you're right. There is never a dull moment in my life. Okay, so I'm carefully pulling. Now I have seen this transfer done. So the first half of it says farm to table, and this half of the transfer says table to sole. I have seen it done. I'm going to stick it to me. Because my board's all wet. I have seen it done with just the farm to table and not the table to sole part. I'm not crazy about this chalkboard, but I'm going to stick her down. And you can't see, sorry. I'm going to stick it down, try to get it straight and even. My transfer is slightly bigger than the board, edgewise, but not screen-wise. And I had laid the other transfer on top of this one, so this one's all wet too. So I'm going to just dry everything off and make sure we're good and dry so that our chalk adheres. Okay, so this bad boy. Hi, you're back.
Hi. On Thursday, is it okay if I come home on the bus?
Sure.
Okay. Because then the group decided we're going to go to Elm Grove Park on Thursday.
Okay.
So it'll be easier to find.
Sure. No problem.
Night, love you.
You live here. You can come here anytime, dude. You live here. Alright, so I'm going to push out all the air. Lots of screen in this transfer. Lots of screen. So you got to get all that air out. So I find, back to the whole chalk box thing, I find the chalk boxes to be super cool. Again, because, you know, sometimes I've learned it can be very overwhelming when you have so many choices and you're just kind of starting out and maybe purchasing your first transfer. It can be very, you know, what do I need? Do I have the right stuff? What all, you know? So that's why I like the chalk boxes, because it just, everything is in it with the exception of the squeegee. Oh, I have a twitch. Oh, it's a bad twitch today too. Everything is in it with the exception of the squeegee. So some of you have squeegees already, and depending on the size of the project really decides which size squeegee you need. The two that have the board and pillar, you're perfectly fine with the mini squeegee. The other two, the Marrakesh is ink, and the Bonjour and Garden, the Harvest one, you really would need a small squeegee to do those. But it's one of those things, the more squeegees you have, the better, because especially if you want to change up colors. Okay, so I think I'm good on air. So I look at the side, I look at it at an angle, and I push my finger across, and I can see the screen move if I have air, because again, this is a lot of screen. This transfer has a lot of beautiful and amazing detail. So, I think given our earlier challenges, we're going to do this bad boy just in white. I think it's best that we just, you know, whip him out for the auction. Because, you know, an auction person, they don't know they had options of colors unless they were watching, right? So I'm going to open up my chalk paste. I'm going to stir up. I'm going to open up my chalk paste, and I want to make sure that it is a yogurt sour cream consistency. Hey, Verge! Verge, you almost missed a catastrophe. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that my chalkboard is not upside down. So I do have a tendency to make, especially this transfer, I think I've made this transfer 3 times upside down. So you always check your chalkboard. Where are your hangers? And again, I'm sorry because this chalkboard's so big you can't see. But I'm always checking. My hangers are up on top. So I make sure I'm not upside down. Always check. Even when you think you've checked, check again. Because if you've moved your board around or you've done anything, sometimes, you know, you get distracted and you think, oh yeah, I checked, but you completely took your transfer back off and put it back on and did something and you're Maria, and the next thing you know, your thing is upside down. Okay, so this is a job for the big boy. And I'm very much a firm believer in having the right tool makes a job much easier. Having the big boy makes this particular transfer lickety-split, especially when you don't do it in a ton of colors. It's very pretty when you do it in, I think that's what I was talking about when I stuck the transfer to itself. I did that fun little rooster guy in Hot Mess with all kinds of super bright colors, and he's so cute. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Okay, so I think we're ready. We'll chalk down. So I'm just going to take my paste and I'm just going to put it down. Now you need a lot of paste because this is a lot of surface to cover. But you're going to take most of it back off. But because you have to get to the surfaces that you need to cover, I do tend to put way more on than I need, and I tend to make a mess out of my container. I take my big boy, and again, I hold him up and down. I don't hold him flat. And I just go right across. Now my chalkboard is not flat because I tried to have it so you could see where he was. And as you can see, I have way too much paste on here. But I do prefer to do more paste. I'm slowly going around my edge here because I would prefer not to have to wash off my chalkboard, which I would if I get my paste up where I don't want it, I can totally wash it off. So yeah, I really, really like the chalk boxes. And I think for our Make It Monday bundle, they work out really well. So you do want to, if you're not in that Making Maria VIP group, you want to get there. And all you have to do is comment add me, or you can go right to Making Maria VIP and add yourself, or request to be added, and then I will. All I got to do is click a button and you're added. I am making a mess, a huge mess. Okay, so again, this is one of those where look at how fast I got this ginormous project done, and we only have half of it done. We did survive the debacle of me sticking the transfer to itself with no casualties, which is rare. If you're going to do that, make sure you do that with a transfer that you can replace, because this one I can't. And again, I apologize. I don't like to do retired transfers because I know you guys always are looking for them. But this is an auction item, so I got to get it done because she's messaging me saying, hey, are you still making me something? Okay, so we're ready to peel and reveal. You ready for beautifulness, ladies? Are you? Drum roll. Dun, 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 dun. I start it at the corners. So I start it, get it going at the corners, but I pull from the middle. I do not want to pull diagonally. I pull straight up and down. I don't pull towards me. I go straight up and down. That prevents the curling. And I just pull that bad boy off. Oh, I love this transfer. Oh my gosh, I love this transfer. Okay, so look at how cool that is. I take my transfer. This is, again, a big transfer. So I stick it in my water bath, but I submerge it. Once it's in the water, it is not sticky anymore, so I don't have to worry about what we just saw Maria do when I stuck the transfer to itself. Look at how cool that looks. Oh, I love this transfer. I'm so glad we didn't ruin it. Hey, Verge, welcome to our chucking party. Thank you for sharing my video. Thank you, everybody, for sharing my video. Very much appreciate it when you share. It helps me, so thank you. I am going to wipe my squeegee off because since we, you know, like, you guys were any part of that. You guys were just on the edge of your seats while you watched me try to get it apart. Since I stuck my transfer together and it's wet now, I know I'm going to need to make sure it's dry and things before we set it down. So that's why I'm wiping off my my squeegee. I'm giving my ink a stir just to, you know, make sure everybody's okay, getting all the chalk off my fingers. And then I have one little line that I need to wash off because that's as far as the transfer went. Hey Donna, welcome to our chucking party. Donna, you missed our fireworks. I stuck the top half of our transfer together, but miraculously the chalking gods were staring down at us this evening and they saved it for me. It was fate, right? Okay, so this is, look at how pretty this is. So look at the detail in like that bowl. Isn't it cool? I know it's really hard because this guy's so big. All right, so we're gonna move that around. Now, I'm gonna move it down so that it's flat when we do the top part. I'm gonna move me so that you guys can see this top part of the board now when we do the top. Okay? I'm going to dry off my chalkboard. So we are talking chalk boxes tonight. That is our Make It Monday bundle. So you're going to want to be in the Making Maria VIP group so that you can be part of the special that we're doing with chalk boxes. I will post it later this evening. So it's not there right now. So if you go there right now, you won't see it. But I promise by tomorrow morning you will see it out there. I'm going to dry this so that I don't stick my finger in it. It's pretty dry already though. But I know I'm going to put the other transfer down. So you just really want to make sure he's dry. The transfer is not going to lay over it because again, I cut this transfer in half. So it's not like when we layer normally and you have to worry about transfers being on top of each other. So I'm just giving it a quick dry. So this auction that this is for our Citizens Police Academy. They raise money for we are a very small little town. We're a village actually. If you want to be technical, we're a village, we're not a town. And they have a Citizens Police Academy that lots of residents are brave and go through so that in the event that we ever needed, our police force needed help, they could have it. And this helps, they do this auction every year. It helps them raise money. Okay, so I'm going to move my chalkboard real quick because I want to make sure, again, I want to check our transfer that we got the eye stuck together. Make sure he's okay. So I'm looking for holes where we had him stuck, no holes. And the easiest way is to go up to the light. Because if you have a hole, you'll see it. And I do not see holes, but I do still see some water stuck in our screen. So, where did we go? I am going to just try to rub that water out. Because we don't want our, oh, he is sticky too. No wonder he got stuck together. He is just like asking to be on himself. So the other nice thing about the chalk boxes is it comes with paste packets. And the little paste packets are different than my very messy big thing of chalk. I can stir my big things of chalks with my stir sticks. These you need. So you just stir them right in the package by mushing them together, just like you would like a ketchup packet. Because you know, when you open up the ketchup and the water stuff comes out first, that's on your hamburger or your french fries. No, you gotta do this first, right? Same thing is true of your paste packets. You're gonna knead it, then you're gonna snip the corner, and you can put it directly on your project, or you can put it on a plate and dip your squeegee right in it. They work beautifully. I have used them several times for several different classes. Okay, so bringing our board back up. Again, I'm just going to stick my transfer to me so I know where it is. When my sister was here for that crazy video the other night, I had we lost a transfer. It was stuck to me. We couldn't find this silly thing. Oh, and I think we're too late. We're too low. So we're just going to go up a little higher than it was really meant to be up, because I don't want it to be too offset. And the other way I could solve that is I could put a bow or some of those gorgeous flowers, the wood flowers that we like so much. I could put some of those at the top. So I'm trying to line it up so that it's straight. And again, lots of air in this transfer. So you start in your middle and go out and push all that air out. I love this transfer. So when I first joined the company, there's a local restaurant by me that is farm to table. They have the garden and everything. I mean, they take their farm to table very seriously. And I was in there for lunch one day, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a Chalk Couture transfer. Somebody had made this sign, and it was in the middle. I don't know if they bought it or how they got it, but it was this is a beautiful sign. And it was just so funny, you know, to see it out in the real world. Okay, so this is our cute little rooster, and again, I've done him in lots of fun things. We might have to do something fun with him. We're only 31 minutes into this. You ladies don't have anything better to do tonight, right? It's Monday night. Everybody's starting their work week. Everybody shared my video. Thank you. Everybody's already in the Making Maria VIP group. We've already talked about when you're ready to buy one of those chalk boxes, you just go to www.chalkcouture.com/makingmaria, or you can just call me or message me because I have them. I don't have the boxes, but I have all the stuff, so I can make a box for you as well. Whatever you prefer to do. You can have it shipped to you through the company, or you can just message me. Depends on where you are. Because I know, you know, lots of you are not local. Lots of you are local. Okay, so again, making sure all my air is out. Because when you have this big and beautiful of a transfer, you don't want to have to wash it off because you have air. Now, I put it at an angle, so I bring it halfway up, and I wish I could show you this. And you probably can't see it. But see right here, my screen is moving. My screen is moving because I have air. So you just lift it up and push it out. And that's how you get rid of it. When you have a lot of screen, that's not uncommon. Yep, now I'm gone. My E is good. My chicken, you really want to check the chicken guy. It feels like it's moving, but I don't see it moving anywhere up here. My F is moving as well. So again, I just pick it up in the corner and push it back out. I love this transfer. I keep saying that, I know. This was the very first E-size transfer I ever tackled, and I only tackled it because I could cut it apart. The other E-size transfer that I'm in love so much, which is the To Plant a Garden. This one, we've made this one live. I think we've done this one live twice. This one you can't cut apart. There's no even place to cut it without cutting through a screen. So this one you have to make the whole thing, but then you just make half of it and peel it, or parts of it and peel it. There's some videos out there with us doing that to that one. Okay, so I think we're ready. I think we are good and golden to get that chalk down. And I also today, I meant today to put everybody's prizes together from last week's fun games, because weren't they fun? It's so much fun to play games. But I got a little distracted today. I apologize. So they will go out tomorrow, or they will get put together tomorrow and go out. So for those of you who have prizes coming, they are not in the mail yet from last week. Okay, I try to get them mailed out before we do another set of prizes on Thursday, because I know we're going to do another set on Thankful Thursday this week. All right, so my chalk is in a good consistency, and again, because this is a big transfer, I tend to make a mess. I put way too much chalk down. I make a huge mess out of my paste container. So I will definitely wash my paste container side off so that I can, you know, you've all seen those videos where I struggle getting them open. That's because I don't clean up, you know, when I do this, I don't clean off my edges. Okay, so I put my paste aside. I pull out my big boy, my favorite tool. You can definitely do a big size transfer without the big boy. What's nice about this squeegee is it makes the lines that you see, it doesn't make as many. If you do a big size transfer like this with a, like say a small squeegee, you just have more lines. So you just have to be more careful with the smoothing process of getting your lines out. Oh, I love this transfer. Every time I make this transfer, I think that this is right up there with some of the Christmas ones, which I'm thinking we should do Christmas in July. Because I need to start getting ready to start making Christmas. Okay, so I put all my excess back in my container, so even though I put a lot of it on, I'm not wasting it. Okay, so I'm again smoothing out, but I need to get this edge. And normally I would go the other direction, but I'm not sure with my left hand how accurate I'm going to be, and I'm not, because I just got the chalkboard all over full of chalk. But that's okay, because it's chalk. It washes off. That is the beauty of chalk. Okay, so I'm going to get all this excess paste off before I dry. Stick it right back in my container. Get rid of my lines. If you have a line, you just want to smooth it out. The line doesn't have to be completely gone, but you want it to be smooth, or you will see it when you pull up your transfer. Okay, we are golden with the exception of we're going to have just a tiny bit of cleanup to do down here where I got off the transfer. Ready? We're going to peel and reveal. Here we go. Dun, dun, dun. And I'm pulling from my middle. I'm not pulling from the corners, and I'm pulling straight up and down. I'm not pulling it towards me. Sometimes you have to rock it a little bit because it's really stuck. Voila! Oh, ladies, isn't it cool? Okay, so this one I don't want to put in the water bath because the other one is in there, so I just stick it to my container or my counter and I wash it off when we're done. Oh, I love this transfer. Okay, so I'm going to dry it so that I do not break my cardinal rule of you do not fix until you're dry. Does it look straight or does it look crooked? Maybe, is it me? Is it the camera angle or is it crooked? You're going to have to take a look at that. It might be crooked. So my chicken has a lot of paste on him, so I'm just going to give him a little extra zhuzhing in the drying department. I don't need to dry the part I'm going to wash off. I can, it doesn't burn it, but I don't need to focus on that part. Just focusing on the parts I don't want to stick my finger in and ruin. I've actually done this transfer for a few different auctions. Well, in case you haven't noticed, I make a lot of stuff for auctions. We talk about auctions a lot. First of all, I'm an auction lover. Absolutely positively love going to auctions for fundraising. And the kind of auctions I'm talking about they're for fundraising. And I love to make things for auctions. If anybody has an auction that's coming up, I like to make things. Okay, so I need to get rid of this line here that I put on when I was cleaning or when I was getting too close to my edge. And then we need to take a good look at it and make sure that I'm not crooked. So you do have to be careful when you do this that the tail of your wipe, you know, isn't getting in your letters you don't want to touch. So this is a combination of the water or the wetness of the wipe and my fingernail that helped me clean this up. So I get rid of my major chunks. I'm using a baby wipe. I don't particularly care for the baby wipes because sometimes they leave a residue depending on the kind of board you're using. So I don't like to use the baby wipes. So what I do, but this is a pretty big cleanup, and then I will go back in with a Q-tip with just water on it and get rid of the residue. So I am just, again, I don't want to get the parts I don't want to clean up. So the big question is it straight? I love this transfer. I wish, this is, you know, there's several of them I wish they would bring back. And this is one of them. Okay, so I'm gonna get a Q-tip. So I have these funky little Q-tips. They're called precision Q-tips. They have this fine little point on the end of them. You don't need any fancy Q-tip. You can just use a regular one. So I spray water right on my table mat. I have a plastic table mat on my table. And I just get my Q-tip wet and then I just go right back in. And I get rid of the residue. Just to make sure that it's clean. You don't see that, oh, Maria must have had a mistake there because she fixed it part. Okay, so now our $24 million question is it straight? let's do this. I think it's straight. Yeah, it's pretty straight. So this is our really cute sign. Now, this way maybe. I love this transfer. Don't you love this transfer? Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's pretty just in black and white. It doesn't need all the colors. You can totally do it in all the colors. And that's why too, when you're first starting out and you're buying stuff, we've talked a lot about, what do you really need? How do you start building your collection of transfers? And no matter what you do, buy white. And buy the big container of white chalk, because you will use it more than you think. The colors are tons of fun, but the white chalk paste is just, it's stunning on every board. Now, if you're not going to do black boards, but you're only going to do canvases, canvases are white. So then make sure you buy a big of the black or a big of the storm. Those are the 3 colors I would tell you, depending on what surface you're going to think you're going to chalk on the most, that you really want to make sure you have. The storm is the gray color. It's this, I'm not up above anymore. I can't imagine why you can't see that. It's the storm. So this is storm gray, and obviously black and white are the big ones I would tell you. And then, buy an accent color. Like what color? Like for me, my first accent color was Ocean Mist, because that's my all-time favorite color till I found Wild Berry. Verge! We have not used Wild Berry in so long. We need to pull Wild Berry out. Oh my goodness. All right, so this is Farm to Table, Table to Soul. This bad boy is going off to the auction. It's Make It Monday, so I will put that information about all the fun things that you get when you order a chalk box this week in the Making Maria VIP group, so that you can see it. And I love this sign. Oh, I can't see your comments. Okay. Ooh, Debbie, I agree. Debbie says fawn is a nice color too. Fawn is a very pretty off-white. This is fawn. Ooh, again, I'm sorry. I keep thinking my upper thing is on. So fawn is this really pretty off-white color. It's very nice. Definitely more of a cream. So cream, white, storm. The color I honestly use the least is black. I just tend to use more chalkboards, I guess. I was going to put this guy on canvas, but I didn't have a canvas that was big enough. I thought I did, but I didn't. Because this would be pretty on a canvas framed as well. Very striking. Love it. I agree, Verge. I love it too. Yeah, and everybody, you guys think it's straight. Okay, so this is a really cute sign that we're making for the auction, and it's ginormous. But it's nice. It's a fun one. I will seal it because it's going to an auction, and you never know if the people realize it's chalk, and then they'll go to spray it and clean it. And then the next thing you know, they're washing off their beautiful sign that they paid all kinds of money for at an auction, right? So I do seal them when I send them to auctions, and this is a black matte board, so I will use matte Krylon, or Minwax polyacrylic matte is how I will seal this guy. So I'll throw a quick sealant on him, and off he'll go. Tomorrow is Target Tuesday, and I'm still back to my whole, they have not redeemed themselves. I got nothing from Target. So we'll make something else. We won't do a Target project. But I'm rambling. Shocking! I know, it's Monday, Maria's rambling. Okay, that's all I got. I'm going to hold my sign here, just for prosperity's sake. Thank you for sharing my video. Thanks for watching me. I will be back at you tomorrow for not Target Tuesday, something else. Oh, we're gonna start the Father's Day. We need to get going on Father's Day. I've got some Memorial Day things I need to make, and which is okay. We could do Target Tuesday because we could do Target Tuesday. I got a Target project we can do. We got some Memorial Day projects. We've got some Father's Day projects to do, and I got more transfers in the mail today, so I've got some new ones. So Donna, if you're still watching, Donna inspired me. I had not ordered, there's a transfer that has the United States on it, and it has the part of the Pledge of Allegiance in the middle of it. I ordered it. Debbie agrees. She's very disappointed in Target too. I know. The wedding section of the dollar section is your best bet right now. They do have chalkboards. They do have round boards. They have heart boards. But when it comes to a chalkboard like that, I prefer not to use that with my transfers. You can, but, you know, they're not the best chalkboards. So I like my transfers more than I like my $3 chalkboards. But wax them. If you're going to use them, just wax them, and you'll be fine. You know, most people don't use their transfers 50 times like I do, so you'll be okay. It's just crazy people like me. All right, still rambling. Still Monday night. Oh, goodness. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see you back at you tomorrow night. Thank you, thank you. Have a great night. I'm Megan Maria, your independent Chalk Couture designer. See ya.